Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Stacy. Y'all, before we get to this video, please don't forget to like this video, leave your comments down below, and please share this video with someone that you may think it will be able to help. Honor to God, who is the head of my life, I thank you for allowing me to be here today to share with you, to impart into you some things that I was given, and I truly hope that what I have to say you will find helpful. And if it can't help you, please share it with someone else, because if I haven't learned anything else in my 50 years of walking on the face of this earth, I have learned that a lot of times looking at a person, you'll never know what they're going through, because the average person, especially women, we try our best to put on the best game face that we have. We try to smile and grin and bear it. I was one of those women. So when I tell you that I understand that sometimes, and I have always said this to myself, I will never look like what I'm going through. So with that, I'm asking that as you listen to this message, please take heed. Listen with your, not just your ears, but listen with your heart. And if you know of anybody that this will help, please, please, please share it. Because again, just share it regardless. Because a lot of times, again, people will be going through things. A lot of people suffer in silence. And this was a question that was asked of me. And I'm not going to even say it was a question. It was a conversation. And the conversation that took place was this. I was talking to someone, and they was talking about how life is just so hard. It seemed like they can't catch a break. Every time that they seem like they take one step forward, they get moved 2 steps back. And it's like everybody's against them. They have no support system. They have no financing. They really don't even have the motivation to move forward or to go forward or to even pursue anything, because they're really at the stage of giving up. And you know, my motto is giving up is not an option. I understand things get hard. I can write a book on going through. But one thing I have always said to myself, one, I never look like what I'm going through, to be honest. And two, you grin and bear it, because life is not going to always be easy. They're going to come things, they're going to come up. Things are going to come up that are going to really test your strength. And think about all the things that you done went through in your lifetime that you honestly did not think you was going to make it through, but somehow you made it through. Because one thing I do know, when you're thinking about things and you're not in that situation, a lot of stuff don't even come to you of what you can and cannot do. But when you're placed in a certain situation, you'll be surprised at the things that you are able to accomplish. How when you have this mindset, I got to do it, I have no choice. Especially in my case, if you was a single mother. I had 4 kids. And one thing I had to get to the point of understanding, when I had my first child, it no longer was about me. And my thing was, even when I would get to the point where I just honestly felt like, because there were times in my life that I felt like I want to give up. But when those times came up in my life, I had to ask myself, okay, Stacy, I get it. Things are hard. And yeah, you're going to have to stretch a little. You might have to do some things that's uncomfortable, but it's doable, because it ain't about you anymore. It's about them 4 children that you have. If you leave, and this is my story, I'm going to share my story with you. If something happened to you right now, Stacy, you have 4 kids by 4 different men. Your mama have only 1 child, and that's you. It's not fair that if you be so selfish as to take your own life, that your mama got to raise all them kids. And 9 times out of 10, the worst case scenario is that my children was going to have to be split up. That is what kept me every time. Every every single time that things started to feel like they were just unbearable, like I couldn't make it, I'm telling y'all, it will be at a point where I was like, you know what? Yes, this is hard. Yes, this is uncomfortable and I'm scared. But let me tell you, I'm like, if I just take a moment and pray, no matter what you're going through, it is somebody that has it worse than you do. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. Let me tell you something. You're preaching to the choir when you come to me about stuff like that. Because I have been there. I have done that. And I'm telling you, I have stories I could tell you that me and my children went through. And a lot of things I look back on and I have to say, Lord, I thank you. Because had I not been through that, had I not went through that, I would not be who I am today. There was a lot of things that came up against me that I initially felt like was going to break me. But I'm here. I'm here. I'm still standing. And I'm not going nowhere. Guess what? Because for every day that I wake up, I still have a mission. There's still something. If you're still here, it's still something that you can do and you're supposed to be doing. We are so quick to have pity parties with ourselves because it's human nature. That's who we are, especially women. Women, we have the weight of the world on our backs. A lot of people don't realize it, but as a woman, you're expected to be so many things. You're expected to do so many things. And a lot of women, we don't know balance. So we get overwhelmed. We feel like nothing we do is good enough. And then when you have people speaking into you saying what you're doing is not good enough, it takes a toll on you. When you're trying to, you got 4 mouths to feed along with your own, and then you don't have nobody helping you. You have people turning their backs on you, folks that say that they will be there for you. And then when you go to them and you ask them because you know pride will make you not ask. But when you set your pride aside and you go and you ask for help, and then they lie to you, looking you dead in your face and say, okay, I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. But then when you call them back or you go to meet them, there are no shows, they don't answer, they totally cut you off and ignore you. That hurts and you get scared. Fear sets in because now you're saying to yourself, I don't know what I'm going to do. But let me tell you something. People might not believe it. I can't go by what people believe in. I can't even go by what works for another person. But I can tell you what worked for me. I learned to pray. And in the midst of praying, what do I need to do? I learned to have to put my pride aside. Pride will cost you everything if you're not careful. Because pride will say, don't ask nobody. Don't nobody need to know what you're going through. They're going to come to you and say, oh, I'm going to help you, whatever. But then they're going to go back and talk about you. I don't want nobody to know my business. At that point, when you have children, and you got to provide for these children, pride has no place in your life. And I'm not saying go out there and sell your soul but you do what you have to do to take care of your own. And if you're saying, I can't do this, yes, you can. Everything that we need in life is already in us, but we have not learned how to tap in. You got to learn to tap in. Sometimes we are so quick to give up, but let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you about me. My motto has always been, and it is to this day, and I'm 50 years old. Giving up is not an option. Never have been, never will be. Because for every day that I'm allowed to wake up and close to my right mind with the activities of my limbs, then that means I have another opportunity to get things right. I'm not going to always get things right. I'm not perfect. I don't pretend to be perfect. I don't know a perfect person. But I do know that for every day that I wake up, it's another opportunity to get things right. A lot of times we get to that point of having a pity party and we want to say we're giving up. It's because we're embarrassed, or we're super prideful, or we have allowed ego to get in the way, or we have done a lot of doing this to people, and now that you're in a position that you need help, you're really embarrassed. You don't know what to say or to do. But let me tell you something. Giving up is never an option. I have learned, and it have taken me a lot of years to get here, but I'm so glad and I'm so thankful that I'm here. Better late than never. And that is, this life is full, F-U-L-L, is full of opportunities. And you got to learn to just step out on faith. Even if it don't work, it's okay. It's okay to fail. Just don't stay in that failed position. It's okay for things not to work out. Now you know what not to do. So instead of looking at it like, oh, this didn't work, I'm not going to try that anymore. No, that's not the attitude. The attitude is, you know what? Okay, I did it this way. It didn't work. So now I'm going to try it this way. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do that. It's okay to fail. You just don't stay down. It's okay to have a pity party, but don't let that become your story. It's okay to feel like things are too hard, but then after you get through going through that, then you have to say to yourself, I'm better than this. I'm stronger than this. And the devil is a lie. I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. I can do all things but fail. So you know what? The Bible says when we're weak, yet we're strong. Because it's at that time that we begin to lean and depend on him. Stop looking at your circumstances. Stop looking at what you have or don't have. And step out on faith. A lot of times we get to the point where we want to give up in life, or we want to give up on our dreams. It's because we are looking at the current circumstances. We're not looking at what could be. We're not looking at, oh, I might have to fail 20 times, but that 21st time might be it. Giving up is not an option, because the very time that you decide to throw in the towel might be that one time that's going to work, but you'll never know. Be so headstrong, be so driven, and say, no matter what comes up against me, there is a solution to this problem. And if you begin to look at it like that, if you begin to say to yourself, I'm not a quitter, I'm a winner, I am an overcomer, I will get through this. I might be a little shook up and tore up when I get through it, but guess what? I'm still going to get through it. I'm going to be that testimony. I'm going to be that person that be able to tell the next person, here, come here, let me tell you how I did it. This is what I did to get where I'm at. And I don't mind sharing with you. But all I need you to do is fight. Fight. Fight for yourself. Fight for your family. Fight for your loved ones. Find a reason to fight and not give up. Because let me tell you, things are not going to always look good. They're not going to always be good. They're not going to always feel good. But I guarantee you, if you don't give up, if you keep pushing, if you keep on pushing, you will succeed. Giving up is not an option. Giving up is not an option. If you need me, call me. This is what I have to tell my friends. If you need me, call me. I don't care what time of day or night it is, call me. If I don't answer, leave me a message. If I don't return your call within an hour or two, text me. Anything might be going on. Don't just assume that I don't want to talk to you. Something else might be going on, but trust me, if it's anything I can do to help you, if I can talk you off that ledge, if I can encourage you to keep going, that's what I'm going to do. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Do not allow circumstances, because let me tell y'all something. It's going to always be something. It's not going to always be good, and it's definitely not going to always be easy, but it will be worth it. Giving up is not an option. I love y'all. If you can't talk to somebody that you know personally, find somebody. There are all types of groups out there. There's all type of support systems out there. Find them. They're there. You just got to look. But speaking to the person that someone comes to you and they clearly have a problem, listen. A lot of times we listen to people to respond and not to get an understanding. Sometimes people don't even need a response from you. They just need you to listen. Let me tell you, I have done it too many times. I have had a problem. Honestly, couldn't figure out what I was going to do. But then I started speaking to someone. I started talking to someone about what I was going through. And in the midst of the conversation, I got my answer. Sometimes we just need to listen. Don't listen to respond. Listen to get an understanding. Because sometimes people truly just need an ear to hear. Nothing you go through is that hard. Trust me and believe me when I tell you, no matter what it is, no matter how hard it may seem, that feeling of defeat is temporary, and you will get through it. I promise you, you will get through, but you got to hold on. Even if you got to hold on with both hands and both feet, even if you got to do like this and hold on, you hold on with everything in you. Because there's surely going to come a time where you feel like it's just too much. But it's at that time that you go a little deeper, you dig a little deeper, and you begin to speak life into yourself. I will not give up. I will not throw in the towel. Oh, I'm going to get this. This will not defeat me. This will not be my reason for letting go and giving up. No, this will not be the end of my story. It's more to me. I was built for this. Everything that I went through in life was for such a time as this. I done been through a lot. Let me tell you, I done been through a lot. Me and my children, we have been through a lot. But it was to build me for where I'm at right now. It's no coincidence that I'm right here at this particular time in my life. I'm right where I'm supposed to be because I didn't give up. And I'm saying again, do not give up. Giving up is not an option. You will get over this, and you will be a testimony, and you'll be able to help somebody else get through this. I love you, and I thank you for sitting and listening. And I pray and hope that this will help you and help somebody else as well. Thank you.